Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to Social Media Trends on the Weekend Show. My name is Aisha B, and today I'll be giving you stories that trended on social media and brought so much more to social media platforms. I've got artist songs for you, musicians, and so much more. All right, guys, a big shout out to Adele. I mean, as you do know what's going on right now, her concert has been postponed indefinitely after fans have already bought tickets and made reservations. That's a lot to take in. But let's go on to our quiz for today. A little something different per usual. Did you know that today is a celebration of life? I mean, that is observed every January 22nd of every year. And most people must be wondering, what do you mean by celebration of life? Well, this is just basically for us to appreciate children and grandchildren that have brought so much joy into our lives. Now, I have something to connect here with one of the richest millionaires in the world, Elon Musk. He took to Twitter to actually talk about population collapsing. Now, that might come in coincidence with that today is actually Celebration of Life Day. So he basically said that he is worried about the population collapsing in the world. He basically took to Twitter to say that he doesn't understand why the human civilization is crumbling. The SpaceX CEO, who initially warned fans about low birth rates providing detrimental in the future, he took to Twitter once again to warn us about what it can mean. Now, where this becomes funny is because Elon Musk also mentioned that if there are not enough people in the world on Earth, what about those he's taking to Mars? Let's look at his tweets right here from his Twitter page. He basically said it right here on Tuesday to his followers. We should be more worried about population collapse. And the next tweet he mentioned, and he also stated that if there aren't enough people on Earth, then what about the people who have goings for Mars? Please look at the numbers. If people don't have more children, civilization is going to crumble. Mark my words, he further stated. Of course, I look at this tweet here where actually relates to me. He basically says, girls my age don't want to have children because of global and climate change. This is from a Twitter user, of course. This was her response to what Elon Musk had to say. I think we should take it more seriously, guys, and look at the birth rates in the world right now. And if all of us are taking up our responsibilities. All right, moving on right now to the first Twitter challenge, I would say, which was called the Confession Challenge. You know how challenges come to the Twitter space and make our users or allow our users to express themselves on the Twitter spaces. I have here for you what we call the Confession Challenge that started trending on Wednesday morning on Twitter. Of course, Nigerians and South Africans also took to this Twitter challenge. Take a look at this right here. The first tweet that I'll share with you, of course, hashtag Confession Challenge. Most of you must be wondering why, or maybe what does this confession challenge mean? Well, it basically just lets our users on Twitter express themselves, maybe of an embarrassing moment, or maybe even a relatable moment that happened to them. They confess stories, pranks, and games they've once indulged in. Of course, there were some gobsmackers, and some actually blew our mind. Let's take a look at some of these. We have this one here from a Twitter user. We have also another tweet that's also hashtag confession challenge. This was basically just about how him and his wife paid 50-50. We have another one here. When I cook, I always try to take extra pieces of meat to eat. Hashtag confession challenge. That is very relatable for me because I am also very, very common of doing that. Our next one here, we have hashtag confession challenge. And of course, another Twitter user took this to Twitter to explain to us this is what she sees now on Twitter or in her garden in the back of her home. She saw a cucumber being grown inwards. Oh, shall I say, what does this actually look like to you guys? Let me know right now on Twitter. Just put at Weekend Show NG. Let me know what this sort of looks like. It is a cucumber, but she's wondering why it's growing that way. I have some opinions of photosynthesis and where they turn to when there is sun. I don't know, guys. Let's take another tweet here from Waje, of course. She took to Twitter to ask a question to fans about if you are married or somewhat married, because this here has to mean a lot. She basically just asked fans, what would you do if you were asked to be paid or asked for your groceries to be paid in a supermarket? And there were so many different opinions. I mean, it blew my mind. So go ahead and look at that right now on Twitter. It's there, and it was trending all week. All right, moving on to our next story for today. Going straight into the music scene here in Nigeria, there is so much going on. I will try my best to give you bits and bits of everything happening. Of course, we have some musicians talking about studio time with their faves. We have Peruzzi here who tweeted on his Twitter page, and he said, back in the stew with at Olamide, he is on beast mode. We're looking forward to some material, will I say, from Peruzzi and Olamide. We also took another Twitter post from Zlatan and Yemi Alade of them in the studio. Don't worry, guys. I was scared myself. Take a look.
Chikara, chikara. Somebody. Oh baby, oh baby. Don't know how to say for. It's impossible. Follow this. One person, no be two.
Oh my goodness.
I must be wondering, what could Zlatan possibly be saying into that mic? I'm also looking forward to seeing what we have coming from Yemi Alade and Zlatan. I'm pretty much excited. But still on music here, we're talking about our one and only king of Afro pop. Big Wiz has cancelled his Canadian tour. The Nigerian superstar took to his Twitter page to just sort of give us what is going on and why he won't be able to make it to Canada for the North American Made in Lagos tour. We have here, which he caused a lot of sadness for fans in Canada. The singer, who had a great 2021, was supposed to tour Canada this January, but would be unable to do so because of the health restrictions set up in the country as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Grammy winner made a post on his verified Twitter account stating that he would be unable to perform as a result of restrictions, but he promises to return as soon as he can. He shared this on his Twitter page. Let's take a look at the announcement that he made very clear for fans to see that he will not be making it to Canada. The tweet that he made on his page is right here. Of course, Made in Lagos, the one-time album that has so many nominations out right now. We can't wait to see if he's going to bag all of them. Well done with that, Wizkid. All right, moving on to our next story for today, of course. Another exciting one. Nigerian Idol is back. And this time, they revealed their judges to us to show us what's really happening. I'm pretty excited about these judges because I didn't expect it at all. I have a teaser for you here of the Nigerian Idol, which we're back with a fresh season and new judges on the show. I mean, can you tell who these judges are? Don't worry, I will show you. Take a look at this clip right here.
Welcome, Simi. Welcome to Badge. And welcome back, Obia Sika. All right, the judges of Nigerian Idol, Season 7 are ready. The stage is set, and now it's time for you to impress.
Nigerian Idol.
As you can see, D'banj and Simi replaced 6 judges. There will just be 3 judges this time around on the Nigerian Idol season. It's pretty surprising to many fans at home. We have here, of course, popular radio and TV personality IK as the host will be returning, and we have Simi as one of the judges and D'banj as well. And a popularly known Obi Asika is also part of the judges. I am pretty excited for this, and we cannot wait for it to be premiering in February 2022. The countdown has begun. All right, guys, on to our next story. Still on award nominees, the NAACP has been announced, and we have 4 Nigerians on this. The National Association for Advancement of Colored People, who organized this award, released the nomination list on Tuesday night. The 2022 The 2022 NAACP Image Awards were announced in a virtual event on NAACP's Instagram page. The winner of each category will be announced, and of course, the host is back, Anthony Anderson. That is pretty exciting. We'll be on television, BET, and 7-time NAACP Awards show. As you can see now, guys, it's very exciting. Let's look at the nominations for the Nigerian, particularly International Music Awards. We have here Peru, which is by Fireboy, which got a nomination. We also have Essence, which featured Thames by Wizkid. We have Tiwa Savage's latest hit, Somebody's Son, was also nominated, while Omale received nominations for his song Understand. The 53rd edition of the NAACP Awards celebrates outstanding achievements and performances about people, our teams, from colored and film, television, and music. The winner of each category will be announced on Saturday, February 26, 2022. I'm very, very excited for this. Wizkid got nominated in 2 positions, as you can see. I have a flyer to show you here on the 2 positions that Wizkid actually got. Wizkid is now nominated for 2 awards. You guys are able to vote. Just visit the website, which is on www.naacp. You guys, let's get this home. We have so many of our Nigerians on this. We can take this home and make them very, very proud. All right, of course, our last story for today is no other than... I want to remind you guys to remember to please vote. Vote, vote, vote. Go and get your PVC for this year's election of the 2023. We need to be able to vote, and our voices should count. It can only happen if you go and get your PVC. Every week, I'll remind all of us at home that this is something that we all can partake in. I am very, very excited for this year's elections because I feel like I will be amongst those that will count. That's all I've got for you this week on social media trends. I'll leave you with a very, very amazing video. Don't forget to follow me at Aisha B on Instagram and on Twitter, and follow The Weekend Show on Instagram and on Facebook. See you next week.
Come on!